Hi, I'm Diana Brunelle, and I'm here today with two of my colleagues, Tom Cordiner, our Chief Revenue Officer. Hi, Tom.
Hi there, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Excellent. I'm also joined by Kathy Ann McManus, our Chief Customer Experience Officer, also known as Cam. Hi, Cam.
Hi Diana. Hi Tom.
Hi there.
It's great to be here with you guys today. I know we have the honor of being here to talk about our amazing community. That's our community of employees, partners, customers, users, and they're all creators and innovators. And we'd like to discuss what Avid is doing to engage, grow, and support this ecosystem during these very, very unprecedented times. At any given moment, this ecosystem is doing amazing work. They're incredibly strong. So during this time where things are uncertain, Avid wants to be here every step of the way with this community. Our customers and employees are the greatest creators, and they deserve the best that Avid has to give. Our mission of powering greater creators isn't just a tagline. It's who we are, and we plan to do just that, especially now when so many things feel so unsteady for many people. We also know this ecosystem is critical to ensuring that our industry bounces back as quickly as possible. But at the heart and soul of all of this is the health and safety of our employees and our community at large. From the very beginning of this crisis, Avid has had a crisis management team in place. We are very fortunate to have had this team in place as they work 24/7 and are dedicated to providing ongoing, transparent communications. And additionally, in less than a couple of weeks, we had 1,000 employees go from working in the office to working remotely and being up and running in a pretty consistent manner. I must say I'm really happy that we chose Zoom almost a year ago. I don't know about you guys, but it's been great to know Zoom and be on Zoom and be able to stay connected with all of our colleagues over these last couple of weeks. I'm also really proud of the enablement teams and managers who have tirelessly worked to make sure that everyone can do their jobs remotely. We are fully committed to serving our community, but rest assured the balance is safety and business continuity, and it's at the forefront of every decision we make. None of us want to see more people lose their jobs or companies go out of business, but we know things will be different in the aftermath of this pandemic, and we will continue to do everything we can and get through it. We all may be different on the other side, be changed, but I think we will be stronger. There's no doubt that we are learning, we're growing every day. This isn't easy, there's a lot of loss around us, but this ecosystem is so strong and so vibrant, and we will rise up. So I do want to talk now, Cam and Tom, with each of you and hear a little bit more about what's going on in our industry, what's changing, and where there are opportunities for us to continue to support our amazing community. Tom, maybe we start with you and you can talk with us a bit and illuminate kind of what you and your commercial team are seeing out on the front lines relative to effects to our customers.
Yeah, of course. Obviously we're living in a kind of very different world. We all hope and know it's temporary, but it's absolutely going to change the landscape for the media industry. And that's whether you're an individual creator, a freelancer, you work for a big TV station or a broadcaster, or you're in the post-production market, so a film school or any other sort of academic educational institution. The world as we know it is really not going to be the same. So all of our customers in each of these segments are having to adapt. And I think short term, it does present a lot of challenges for the industry in general. If I start in Hollywood, obviously they've cancelled the majority of their shows and their post-productions. It's temporary, but obviously many are predicting that once they do go back to work, there's going to be a bit of a logjam, I think, of productions, because there's going to be so much content that wants to be and needs to be created to fulfill all the TV and the OTT streaming platform schedules, that they're going to be competing with actually quite limited soundstage and studio space. There's also a lot of script writers that I'm sure will have been very, very busy working on new shows and new creations whilst they've been under quarantine, which obviously is going to be great for the industry. If you look at the TV stations, I mean, they still need to broadcast content and news in particular. A lot of the soap operas have reduced their filming schedules, and the novellas as well. And obviously these stations have been hit by a real contraction in the advertising market revenues, which obviously props up and sustains them. All the big sporting events, they've all been cancelled or postponed, and obviously some of them are going to be rescheduled. The US Masters Golf, for one, that's a favourite of mine. I can't wait for that one to return in November, but not all shows, not all sports will be as fortunate as that. If you look at the music industry, now that's generally quite resilient. I actually think parts of it are recession proof. But clearly we've seen a massive drop off in demand for some of the live events and music festivals, and that's made it quite challenging for a lot of our partner communities, because their business model is largely about supporting these live events. So that's going to obviously make it very difficult for them this summer. So I think overall they are very difficult conditions for our customers. We've seen the valuations of some of the largest media brands in the world under a lot of pressure, but they're all taking positive actions to ensure business continuity and to keep TV programming going. That can be remote workflows, ensuring they've got a robust disaster recovery strategy in place, or in fact increasingly turning on more subscriptions for their content creative tools. All of our customers around the world are being forced to adapt quickly. I think we all know the economy will restart, it needs to restart, and people are going to continue to watch, in the future, great amounts of amazing content.
Thanks, Tom. It is amazing how many things have been impacted, and these are really challenging times to say the least. But I'm happy to hear things are being postponed and will be coming back later in the year. That's terrific. And it seems like there's lots of opportunity for Avid to help our customers and partners navigate these uncharted waters. Cam, supporting and delighting our customers is always our focus, and also a tall order even on a good day or in the best of times. Can you outline how we're supporting customers by quickly moving to remote and cloud workflows to allow for their business continuity, which is clearly one of the most, the highest priorities for all of these organizations?
Absolutely. So right at the onset of the COVID-19 crisis, and many of us around the globe needing to quickly move to remote working, we took the immediate action to offer all of our customers and our students 90-day free software licenses to enable all creative users to do their work from home. And we also launched many customers with our proven cloud-enabled remote workflows as well, but into their existing Avid environments. And we have designed and deployed several advanced solutions as well for our broadcast and enterprise customers that Tom touched on, to protect their material as well as also expand their workflows. So business continuity being a really important aspect of this. And I think, that one of the things that has been incredible, and even though we have been working remotely as well, our customer care, professional services and engineering teams have been providing expertise around the clock to support all of those remote workflows for our customers and for students. And actually, we have a site that customers can look at to look at those remote workflows, and it offers lots of helpful customer insights, tips, tricks from industry experts, as well as product demos as well, and much, much more. And our teams continue to create and refresh that content on a daily basis. So it's really important that customers visit that as often as they can, because it is being updated, and you can get to that site from avid.com/remote work. So yeah, something that has become a great tool and great material for all of our customers to tap into.
That's amazing. I love to see Team Avid sort of supporting customers in our community. It's fantastic. Cam, I would imagine there are some real-world customer stories that might even showcase some of what we've been doing and some of the successes we've had, and I'd love to hear about that as well.
Absolutely. We have received incredible feedback from our customers and our partners, as well as students directly as well, that are leveraging either the free licenses or the remote and cloud workflows. And our teams have been going above and beyond during these times, so it's lovely to receive that kind of feedback on a daily basis as well. And the sentiments speak to how helpful, responsive and professional our teams are, thanking us for the support and expressing their relief at being able to continue to learn or to work from home. Some of the things, a couple of quick quotes that have been, one that was particularly nice, and also sending us pictures as well of their home environments. Things like, I'm hunkered down and doing what I love to do, which is editing at home on Avid, and also hundreds of students are working from home within 48 hours of requesting these licenses. You're amazing. So that's fantastic. But yeah, of course, it's not all fantastic. These are challenging times for all of us. So yeah, but it is important that we are focused on trying to deliver the best experience possible. So I can talk a little bit about perhaps some of the experience measures that we've put to improve experience in the short term, and then perhaps also the long term as well. So although we've had that wonderful feedback, supporting our entire creative community, it's also put incredible unprecedented volumes on things like our Pro Tools cloud platform, as well as with increased number of people accessing the 90-day free licenses. That also increases the volume of customer care cases as well, way beyond our normal volumes. So of course, our workforce has also been impacted. So, we do continue to ask that customers and partners are really patient with us during this time, and that we are trying to serve them and deliver quality service under these conditions. But in putting our health and safety of our employees first, we did look at some of the things that we could adapt, for these unprecedented times with the sort of the support models. And so one of the things is that we moved to more frontline support for licensing and registration and entitlements from phone-based engagement to an email access instead. And that's actually helping us to clear what was a rising backlog, and we're getting to those customers much faster now and be able to improve that experience. But what we've also done is had our customer care team are producing more knowledge-based articles and self-help videos as well. So that can assist customers with faster self-help resolution on some of the more common issues rather than having to do an email or try and make a phone call. And the other thing we did is we actually redefined our escalation paths for our enterprise customers, particularly those that transition to remote workflows and cloud solutions, to ensure that we could get to any issues there more quickly and effectively, working alongside our engineering teams that support us with that as well. But as we look at sort of the longer term, many of our customers have already heard Jeff sort of speak to customer experience as being a key objective for Avid, short term and long term. And since I took on the role of Chief Customer Experience Officer back in January, we've launched a new Customer Experience Office where every function across the company is represented to ensure there's alignment with all of our key initiatives, and that we remain focused on working together to deliver a frictionless customer experience. So the 16 people called customer ambassadors that form the Customer Experience Office, they are really leading the company and developing a customer-centric culture. And we have a number of initiatives already launched, looking at new tools to implement that will help us track and manage key metrics with customer health or Net Promoter Score, and also ensure that we have new processes that can try to get to that frictionless experience for customers. So, and the other thing, I guess, is that we, as a community, as an Avid community, are really wanting to support and encourage every Avid employee to think about how they delight our customer every day, no matter what their role. It doesn't matter if they immediately are in contact with a customer. One way or another, everything that we do serves our customers. So I'm pretty excited about the long-term initiatives that we're working on as well.
Cam, that's amazing what you and your team are doing, both sort of for this immediate situation and also over the long term. It's fantastic, and I look forward to seeing sort of how this all comes together. Tom, I think we should take it back to you and just see if you can share a little bit with us about what you're seeing in terms of some early indicators of where we see the future of our industry, any changes, places where it might be, different, and if you could share some specifics on that, it would be really great.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it certainly will be very, very different. In fact, I think it already is. As I mentioned earlier, our communities, really got the chance to reimagine how the industry is going to work. Whether that's going to be the use of subscription, which is a trend that we're really seeing to start accelerate, not just for individual creators, but also some of these biggest media brands in the world. They're all starting to migrate to enterprise subscription commercial models, such as enterprise license agreements. There's lots of benefits for them in doing that. They've got a lot more flexibility in how they deploy their technology, so they can maximize the use of the licenses for both their colleagues that are in station or in the facility, but also those working increasingly remotely as well. It also, of course, subscription gives them faster access to new releases, and it's a much easier and more streamlined license activation or ordering process. And I certainly see that as a trend that's going to continue. The economics are just so much more compelling for our customers, and it's happening right now. In Q1, actually, we signed up a lot of new customers onto these offerings, and there's significant future demand and pipeline too, which is great, of course. I think the other thing that we're sort of seeing is our customers are racing to adopt many new modes of working, and they're developing a whole lot of new workflows, whether it's remote editing, edit on demand, media and production asset management, and content repurposing in the cloud, or easier and more streamlined business continuity and disaster recovery workflows. I think Avid can and should play a key role in helping our customers adapt and how they can thrive in this new world that we're all going to be experiencing. And a lot of the changes that we're seeing our customers are making now, they're going to continue once we come out the other side of this. Some of our customers are sort of taking very bold steps and going right in right now. Some are being a little more cautious and sort of testing a few workflows, starting small but then rapidly scaling too. Also, the drive to reach consumers directly, so what we would call direct to consumer, and owning that consumer eyeball is going to continue to be front of mind as the dominant strategy for all media companies. And they're either going to do that via scale of content, and you can think of Comcast, Disney, Netflix, or even the Amazon and the Apple models. But that's quite expensive, of course, creating such a broad palette of content. So a lot of customers we're seeing are trying to cater more for people's passions and going more niche in their OTT options. We've seen the BBC and Discovery teaming up for natural history programming, or we've seen ITV and the BBC combining and collaborating on content together for the streaming service BritBox. Either way, it's all going to be OTT and streaming platforms, and we've certainly got a big role to play at Avid in helping and assisting our customers create a lot of the great content, as that's going to be their key differentiator for their brand. And what we're seeing this is leading us to is a lot more longer term and more strategic conversations, in fact, with some big customers. And this is really being driven by the wave of consolidation that we've seen over the last 12 to 18 months. And that's not going to stop. If anything, I actually think that will intensify as the media industry resumes business as usual in 3, 6, or maybe 9 months' time. Either way, more content is going to be needed quickly for OTT and these direct-to-consumer models, as the companies need to keep value and freshness in the subscription offerings that they're bringing to market. And we've seen they've already brought forward a lot of their autumn releases into spring to satisfy the greater demands of increased viewership due to the lockdowns that have been experienced worldwide. But that means they're going to need new content sooner rather than later to keep their offerings fresh and to provide continued value for their subscription and to stop their customers wanting to churn away to something else. So Avid Solutions are really here to support all of this wonderful work by our community, and we're here to support them and look after their content creators every step of the way. So I think it's actually going to be a very exciting future in this new world for us.
Thanks, Tom. Great to hear kind of your perspective on all of this. And it really sounds like, if I think about everything you've just shared, Tom, and Cam, what you've shared, we are here 150% for our community. I'm so proud of this team and this community. And based on everything we've talked about today, I'm even more curious to see what all of the innovators and collaborators and artists are working on during this extraordinary time in history. I'm pretty sure they're working like crazy to ensure an even stronger future for our community and industry. And I'm excited to see the new content, hear the new music, and see what lies ahead for our industry. I think it's going to be great. And we here at Avid have tools available for our community to gain access to other team members, find new tools and collaborate. Please find all of our links on our socials and on our website. And really, I think I want to reiterate our global mantra: stay safe, stay home. Please stay connected to this amazing community. There's so much here for all of us. And I thank you and take care.